What's up, reptilians? Welcome. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, but you already know what's going on. We're going through, we're doing the build. So as you guys might have seen, may not have, I recently did a time-lapse video for this 8x2 by 6 foot tall build here in the back behind me for my Quince monitor, my female. Her name's Chili. I finally figured out the name. Starting from the right side to the left, because I think most people do right to left. Maybe people might do left to right, but I'm gonna do right to left. So the doors here are Dutch doors, because this is a 6 foot tall terrarium and enclosure, vivarium, poldarium, whatever you want to call it. And I wanted to have the functionality of being able to feed her from the top and accessing, little bits of the aquarium from the top, but also being able to feed her here from the bottom and allowing her to, come on out, run around the garage here, get some exercise. But also if I needed to, put bulky items in, stuff like that, I didn't just have one huge door that I'm opening all the time. So I did that. I built that with like a little front fascia there, which I really, really like. I could have done huge 3 foot by 4 foot doors, but I think it was better to do at least like the 30 by 48 doors, which ended up pretty nice there. Boom. As you see here too, on this side, I've got the humidifier set up. That's done with the bulkheads there. And that's done with the bulkhead set up there, attached to the humidifier hose. And that comes in through the fitting right there. All nice and black. Kind of really like that. This is the hot side. And I drilled in some driftwood here into the side here, so that's totally tight in there. It can't be moved. She loves it. She went and hid down underneath, which I'll show you later, but she's in there now. So I've got a 150 watt basking bulb, and then this is a 35 watt nano. It keeps it perfect. About 120, 130, can be 140, depending on what I set the thermostat to, but she likes about 120, and that way she'll chill, hang out here for a bit, and then kind of come over here where you'll see it's in the actual, I think, upper 80s over here on this basking shelf. Oof. Almost 100 degrees here. See, so she loves it. She's got total amounts of variation, as you can see, right? So going down, I've got some vertical branches. I really want to keep this space a little bit open for another, maybe like a ficus tree or or an Australian tree fern. But I also want some more vertical branches here, because the way you can see them descend and ascend vertical branches is actually quite beautiful. They do it quite quickly, and I want to make sure that I can really fully utilize this 6 foot of height here. Still waiting on my 4 foot UVB strip, as well as I'm going to add an LED strip in here as well. But for now, we've got both sides good and golden. Got a big stump down here, and some fake greenery, just to kind of liven it up, kind of make it look a little bit cuter in the meantime. Let's see what we can do with that. Let's make it look better. Yeah, that's all right. We've got a baby ficus over here. She knocks it down from time to time. But again, and then, let's go over to the water feature. Before I go over to the water feature, let's talk about more of the design here. Again, this is 15 by 32nd plywood, 32nd of an inch plywood. I think I said that right. Coated with black paint and then like deck sealant, so it's extra strong waterproofing sealant. So you're gonna definitely withstand just buckets of water. But I wouldn't do that, because this isn't pond lined. But if it needed to, really be drenched, it can withstand a good amount of water, so that's good. Down here is actually the entrance into her little 4 foot tunnel down here. So she's got a 4 foot kind of tunnel. You know what I want to do? Actually, check some of the temps in there, see what we're looking at in there. And actually, so it gets about 60, 68, 69 degrees in there. And what many people don't know about Varanids is some of the Indicus complex Varanus, they actually love to seek out, cooler areas, almost up to 68 degrees, as cool as 68 degrees in order to thermoregulate. So, she from time to time will go underneath there during the day and then come back out, and or we'll go into her water feature here, which we're about to talk about. Again, gonna add more just foliage. I love greenery. I want to add a little bit more plants. She's got plenty of dirt to dig, but she's kind of gotten over that, as I've noticed Quinces are definitely more on the tree monitor side as opposed to burrowing. They are shy monitors. They will do it if they need to, if they don't feel secure. But when they do, you'll find them inside that cork rounds and or just chilling on their hides. So other than that, let's go ahead. Let's close this. Close this bottom here. Okay, so this is looking inside on the left side, but let's go back out here and just kind of talk about what I did here. Let me close this. Okay, so as you can see here with the kind of ugly unpainted 2x4s, I may have messed up. No, as I mentioned in the video, I did cut the initial 2x4s that are supporting the 2x4s for the window glass, for the sliding glass. I did cut them a little bit too short. So that's where you see these guys. They will be painted or wrapped or something eventually, but it is what it is. At the bottom there, you'll notice the cinder blocks that are holding up the water feature. I saw this in a couple forums that people mentioning that they wanted to still utilize a lot of the space underneath the water features that they added to their enclosures. So I saw this as a great option. The one thing that I did notice after the fact is these cinder blocks had a weird design. They weren't completely closed off. So kind of had to do some finagling, but I ended up kind of creating a small viewing window that I will eventually maybe glue or tack down in. But for now, I've just got it kind of Mickey Moused and I've got it taped. But essentially you can look in there with a flashlight and you can kind of see some of the burrow system that's down there. But pretty cool little feature. I'll kind of zoom down there. Pretty cool little feature down here. It's kind of like a mouse hole almost, but quite cute. This section is actually open. So in the future, I will add a piece of plexiglass right there. I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of have the terrarium there, but then at the same time, I was like, wait, if I ever need to take it off, or take the tank out, the water feature out, I wouldn't be able to if I sealed it to the wood with aquarium sealant all around the edges and kind of sealed it off. So I was like, let me not do this, as well as the cinder blocks didn't really work out as well as I wanted to. So I will be adding a piece of plexiglass in this open space here. Thankfully, this water is like damn near 1,000 pounds probably, so of course she can't get in between it. So I'm not worried about her getting out, but I have seen some superworms get out. So I do have a couple beetles in here, but hey, don't tell my wife. Other than that, which will be fixed in the near future, this glass I used secondhand from her old 4x2x4 that I bought for like $100 a while ago. It came broken, so initially I was like, this no issue, like nobody's really seeing that broken piece of glass. But now, since it's more of a centerpiece, I did kind of take that little broken piece there until I go ahead and just get new glass, which I may not do because we'll talk about that later, but which I may not do, but I ended up just taping this just so that my daughter wouldn't cut herself. But good guy stuff. But also here, boom, I just wiped the glass. It still looks dirty. So let's go inside. Okay. So this is the water feature. Of course, you'll see the filter does a good amount of filtering some of the waste, but some of the more solid pieces don't really make it through. So I'm thinking about which fish I can add. Go ahead in the comments. let me know of any fish that I can add to this that might be great to help with cleanup, but also, you know, are still safe to keep around the monitor, you know, low thiamines fish. But going back up here, got another basking shelf. This is the hot side, I mean, excuse me, the cool side with UVB. And so you'll see this is a 100-watt basking bulb. The shelf here gets to about 100 degrees as well. But again, that's actually 92. So definitely not as hot as the hot side shelf. But she's also got access just up here with the cork on the walls there. These cork tubes, and I've seen her swim quite a bit in here as well. The water's heated to about 78 degrees, so it's ample. And boom, vents. So what I'm thinking about doing next is kind of covering most of the background with the fake plant kind of panels. I want to do that, maybe a mix of the cork as well, so that she, you know, I know that it's strong, or at least strong enough for her to climb all over it. Additionally, I'm going to add a lot more foliage as well. I'll be adding some that's going to be coming down from the corners, each corner here, to add a drapery or vine effect, and definitely a bit more branches, a bit more climbing opportunity. So that's coming next. I definitely want to add maybe another, let me see. I definitely want to add maybe another, like I was mentioning, like an Australian tree fern, but also, you know, another, maybe a bigger ficus tree or some other sort of, I don't know about fake. I'm down for it to be, a live plant, but you know, if not, I'm down for fake too. But boom, yeah, this is what we're looking at. Thanks for stopping by. This is partially a build breakdown. As you see, some of the inside pieces are not painted. Who cares? You guys can't see that. And oof, the humidifier is working well. Getting it nice and hot and humid in here. I had a thermometer, thermometer or humidity and temp gauge in here, but it fell somewhere. She knocked it down, so that I'll be needing to look for. But I love the cascading water, or the waterfall noise that we hear with these water features. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you're interested, and let me know of any tips or tricks that you guys may think of. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching.